So before Eben was born, I had no idea what to expect. He's my first, and so I've got no experience of babies, and I have no experience of allergies because we have nothing in the family. So my husband and I used to eat anything and everything and wouldn't give it a second's thought. It wasn't until he had the really extreme reaction and we had to call an ambulance when I actually fed him the yoghurt that kind of allergies and food even came into the equation. But then when I gave him the yoghurt, he had maybe 2 teaspoonsfuls, so tiny amount, hardly any at all, and straight away he started grizzling and sort of arching his back in his chair, and usually he's such a happy eater. I thought this was really odd, so I picked him up and then I just looked down at his face, and he just had this rash all over his face, and it was throbbing. It was like it was almost blistering, and it was so scary. The ambulance was there within minutes. We had 3 paramedics turn up, and they were brilliant. With the breastfeeding, I felt really strongly that I wanted to breastfeed Eben up until a year. When we found out that he had the cow's milk allergy, a lot of people said that I should just swap over to formula, but because I wanted to carry on breastfeeding, instead I cut dairy out of my diet. One of the biggest challenges for me was avoiding temptation. Even now, you know, it's been 5 months that I haven't been eating any dairy, and even now people still turn up and say, oh, surely you can just have one, and it's like, no, if you're cutting it out because you're breastfeeding, you have to cut it out totally. My expectation was that I would be returning to work, so it was a really hard decision. In fact, it's one of the hardest decisions I've had to make, because my career is important to me and I always wanted to have that balance of having a family and having a career, but I've had to put the career on hold because I just don't feel that I can put him into a nursery and then not worry about him. There were 2 ways that Allergy UK helped me. The first one was giving me that support when I was really at my lowest. I was so confused, I was so sleep deprived, I was getting conflicting information, and just having Pauline on the end of the phone listen to me and not dismiss it or try and play it down, and also not kind of make it seem worse and bigger than it was. Somebody just who understood. That support was amazing. And then the second thing was the dietitian, who just helped me so much. It was just invaluable help.